Before Kings of Joy was a global movement, it was a series of conversations. This is one of them. Season 1 captured something raw, the early language, the questions we were asking, and the people who shaped what this community would become. I'm Danica Lani, the King Coach. Kings of Joy is a global drag king community helping LGBTQIA+ people break free from constraints around gender, sexuality, and self-expression so that we can be 100% at home in our own skin. This is where it started.
Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Danica Lani and I am known as the King Coach. I'm a choreographer, also known as Mother of Drag Kings and Daddy Joy, and welcome to my podcast. I'm thrilled to introduce to you today my very special guest, Katie Lambert, aka Randy Rootrat.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here.
Welcome, Randy.
Thank you. It's a treat.
Yeah, it is. So we've been working together for a while now.
About 2 years, I believe. Yeah, if not a little more. Yeah.
Fantastic. And so do you want to let us know a bit about how did we meet? How did we even start working together?
It was right after the first of the year, like the end of January, and I answered an ad that was on the Creative Space or Creative Sydney space on Facebook that said, "Have you ever thought of being a drag king?" And after being a major fan of drag, especially drag kings for many years, seeing them everywhere I've ever lived, I was like, yes, I want to be a drag king. And I have no background in theater or dance performance or anything like that. So it was sort of a stretch for me. And I got a call from Chris telling me what it was all about and thinking it was a good fit. And then they were like, okay, you'll be performing in 3 weeks. What do you mean 3 weeks?
I think you were in group number 2. So
group number 2 at the very beginning.
Early on, we did not give people very much time, did we?
Figuring it all out. But it was so perfect because I think any more time I probably would have backed out or gave myself an excuse or something. And once I did it, I was hooked. It was such a great experience. Not only meeting people, which is a wonderful part of it, but just that I knew that I could do something like that all on my own. And just the natural high that you get from doing something like that and putting yourself out there. And it was a fabulous, fabulous evening. Great experience.
Yes. And tell us about the routine and your drag king buddies that you were in.
I did Uptown Funk with the legendary George Saint, aka Cara Whitehouse, and Monty, who is a lovely bloke, also Cara. Yeah, it was great. And we picked Uptown Funk to do it too. And we just had a lot of joy working out the routine with you and figuring and getting into the characters and just kind of getting this camaraderie between the 3 characters, George, Monty, and Randy, and 3 lads out on the town for the night and getting into a bit of trouble and going all out. So yeah, it was really fun. When we redid it for Drag Kingdom a few weeks ago, it was even more fun because we had some time to sit with the characters and they were all coming back together, which was sort of our theme for the night anyway. Originally, the dance with the 3 buddies getting together for a night out. We hadn't seen each other for a while when we redid it the second time, and I think we all felt more comfortable doing it, and we just really had a laugh, just leaning in, as they say, and making the most of it.
That's so great. Yeah, there was certainly great chemistry on stage between the 3 of you.
I'm so lucky to have met them and have that experience with them for sure.
Yeah.
Lovely people.
Yes. Yeah, people talk about that, about the bond that you have with your Kings of Joy group.
And it's true, it's there. It's like you go through something together of learning about yourselves, learning about other people and what they've gone through and just coming all together as a group to do your very best and put it out there for fun, for entertainment.
Yeah, all fun. And so you didn't just stop there though, did you?
Oh no, once I got that little bug, I was hooked. I wanted to do it again. I kept asking them, when are the boys getting back together? And they're like, no, we're done. So, but I wanted to do more. And, of course, I've signed up for Kings of Joy Gold Stars, which is the group of I guess that was the first time with Uptown Funk. And then we did All Stars. I've done All Stars twice, which is really exciting for me because it was a whole new group of people that I would have probably never met and who I really adore, and I'm glad they're in my lives. Plus, I got to learn more about the Backstreet Boys and their music because somehow, even though I lived through the 90s, I miss that genre. So the Backstreet Boys were back.
Yes, that's awesome. So when did you take us back? Do you remember your first drag king performance you ever saw?
It would have been in Denver. I like to use the phrase at the turn of the century. So we're talking maybe late 90s, early 2000s. And there was this little bar on Broadway, 60 South, I think it was. And they had a drag performance every Wednesday night. And it was usually queens, but there was one king that would just get up there and rock it. And then I started talking to them more and they said, well, you can go to other shows. And so I would see more when they were on. And we didn't have Facebook or Instagram to quickly find out where these shows were. So it was a little bit of a stretch. But then even going to Manchester, England, where I lived for a while, I worked for a festival called Queer Up North. And that was really fun because they had a drag night and they were showing a video of the drag kings in New York City. I forgot the name of the movie, but it's a really great documentary of one bar there. And we put everyone in drag as they came in. Nothing professional, just eyeliner and eyeshadow. And my partner and I worked the door with our little goatee and mustache of eyeliner and welcomed everyone in to see the show. And it was great. Manchester has another lovely queer and drag scene where they just are really into expression and finding, the person you are within and expressing it a little bit more. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And did you ever imagine that you would be up on stage one day?
Well, my friends and I always had this joke, like, pick out your drag king name, or what kind of drag king would you be? Would you be the country? Would you be the skater boy? Would you, be businessman or road crew? So we did, after we sing drag king shows, we often later that night would be talking about, if you were, what would you be? But that's just a bar game, right? I never thought I would actually do it. But I'm certainly glad that I have. But so I guess part of me kind of thought, oh, it'd be fun to do that, but that's not me. So
well, apparently
turns out I was wrong.
Yeah. Completely wrong.
I can admit when I'm wrong.
And I heard that your friends helped choose your name. I think, is that right?
Yes, because as you might be able to tell by my accent, I am not originally Australian. And I did always want the Randy part because that's just a fun, lovely pun, especially after living in the UK and everything. Randy is a bit randy. And then to add the Rootrat to it was my Australian homage, I guess, to pay respects to the land on which we are working. But I have a drag queen friend in town and he's like, oh, you got to be a Rootrat if you're Randy. And I'm like, Randy Rootrat, here we go. He's there. And Randy, he has a little bit of his own personal style. He lays back. He's maybe not the life of the party, but he loves the party. He follows along with what everyone's doing, but he is casual and laid back, and he just wants to keep seeking out the next experience and the next moment of joy that he can get. So he was all based on these orange sunglasses because that's what 70s love of the old 70s look.
And so tell us a bit more about how Randy developed. You've got the name, you've got the sunglasses. And
it really developed around the sunglasses, and then the name came next. And I worked with you a little bit when I was doing my Randy solo thing, and we really delved into like, who is Randy? Because when we're doing the group shows, we're kind of in the character of the performance and everything like that. He still is his own person, but to do the solo show, we really had to kind of drill down and say, who is Randy? What would he do? And he is someone who grew up out in the country. He's a country boy, a bit of a larrikin, as I hear you might say here, and known around the small town he grew up in for running around with his boys, drinking beer and causing trouble on a Friday night. And then he moved to Sydney, where he became a bit more metrosexual and liked to be groomed well and have everything like a nice tie and a nice shirt. And He's still in the party biz being a beverage sales rep. So he's always in the clubs and keeping up with the young kids and just trying to find the next great night.
Mm.
Yeah, that's Randy. He likes a little bit of a boogie. Got his dad moves on. Rocks the dad bod. So,
And
he's not a father.
So you are a parent. What?
I am.
Yeah. So what did your daughter say about Randy?
She's really grown to love Randy and a lot of the other drag kings as well. She knows them by names because we often follow them on Instagram or meet them out in public, and she'll know their real life name and their drag name. After the last big one, she thought that she should also be able to do drag as a kid and that she would be Randy's brother. And I was like, that sounds great. What would Randy's brother do? And he would wear a dress that looked like a princess dress and have a beard. And I said, that would rock. You could do that.
Oh, what an angel.
Yes, we love to dance.
So gorgeous. So great you can share that. Amazing. And so you've been delving into, you're an artist, right? And you've been delving into a new series of painting.
And a new project. And one reason I was so keen to sign up to do drag originally is because I'd kind of gotten into a creative dry space. I've been a mom for 4 years and that kind of sucked out all the energy. And when I did have a few times, I didn't feel like bringing out all the paints, having 20 minutes to paint just to put it all back again. Yeah. And so I hadn't really been creating anything. And I think I was trying to find a different way to express my creativity because I know I'm always happier when I get a chance to do something creative or produce something. And what this has led now is that if I had the courage to do a solo drag king routine, I have this courage to do a solo art show. So, and that's going to happen this month at the Tap Gallery in Sydney on Surrey Hills, and it starts on the 19th, I believe, Monday the 19th, and it'll run through the 27th. And it's going to be a retrospective of my work since I've been in Australia, which is 10 years now. And my style is very expressionistic. I'm really keen on the Fauvism area of art and painting emotion and energy. So one thing that I've done for the show is a series of drag kings of the local kings in Sydney to just give them a little nod because we need more drag kings. We need more drag king nights. And now that we're in the reign of the king, it should just be kings all the time, in my opinion. So let's make it happen, Sydney.
Oh, brilliant. And are these some of the paintings behind you?
Yes, a few of them that are finished. We got Big Rod, Sexy Galaxy over my shoulder, who's a great inspiration and cheerleader in this community. Chad Love, who's one of the first ones that I've done. And there's going to be a few other surprises when they all get finished. So you should come along to the Artist Soiree, which will be Friday the 23rd, starting at 6 p.m. Tap Gallery, which I believe is level 1259 Riley Street.
Okay, in Surrey.
We will have live performances that night. The community's coming together. They all want to be a part of it. So we're going to have some drag kings, some spoken word poetry, some comedy, some music, all types of creative love on the night.
Amazing.
Yeah.
A creative hub.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's great to have creative friends, and anytime you can have a creative community put themselves out there and give them space to do that, it's only going to lead to great things. So,
I agree. When we gather together, powerful things can happen.
Exactly right. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
And you've been someone in the community who brings people together, who, participates, who is always showing up, whether you're showing up as Katie or showing up as Randy, see you at events on the door, on the merch table, or, participating and being there.
I love it. I mean, another thing where a few years ago, I was really searching for that community. I realized I'd lived in Sydney for quite a while and didn't really have, say, a group of friends or a community to just bounce ideas off of. And I missed that. And I was looking for it. And the drag community really just showed me that they're out there. They're lovely, supportive people. And I couldn't imagine my life right now without knowing the people that I do after starting this journey. So it's just goes from strength to strength. It's lovely.
Me too. I couldn't imagine it either.
I wouldn't want to.
No, that's not.
Sounds horrible.
Reign of the King.
Reign of the Kings, I'm telling you.
Awesome. So please come everybody to the artist soiree. It's Friday the 23rd of September and at the Tap Gallery. So you'll be able to see Katie's artwork, and then there'll be some entertainment on the night as well. Free entry. Is it part of the Sydney Festival?
It is part of the Sydney Fringe, as one of their free events through the Tap Gallery. So you can find it on the information on their website as well. Probably have to search for my name, Katie Lambert, or the Tap Gallery, but
Right.
Or you can check me out on Insta, Randy Rootrat, Art of Katie Lambert, and all the information will be there as well.
Okay, beautiful, amazing. Thank you so much, Katie. Anything else you want to let our community know?
That if you really want to try something new, even if you think that it's not for you, you should probably go for it and try it. And if it's drag, get in contact with Danica, because she knows how to get the drag king out of anybody. If she's done it for me, she can do it for you.
Beautifully said, Katie. Thank you. Thanks. And have a great exhibition. I'm really proud of you and the work that you're doing and the creativity that you're contributing. And I can't wait to see continuing going from strength to strength and seeing Randy get out there even more.
Thank you very much.
A lovable guy.
Yeah, I'm glad we could do this too, because it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome. Great. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
This is where it started, but it's not where it ends. Kings of Joy is now a global drag king community with over 150 first-time drag kings crowned since 2020. We're still having these conversations. We're still asking the questions. We're still becoming. If this episode sparked something in you, start here. Claim your drag king name at danikalani.com/drag king name. The movement is growing. You're part of it. I'm Danica Lani, the King Coach. Thanks for listening.